Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Pagbabago dahil sa ito ay kinakailangan tayo na magtulong-tulong na paunlarin ang mahal nating bayan.
We may now be seated. Good afternoon. We are gathered here today for the oath-taking ceremony of the officers of the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. To formally begin our program, may we call on President of the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, Mr. Victor Lim, to give his welcome remarks.
Your Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., Honorable Secretary of Education Sani Angara, fellow Federation officers, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the officers of the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Inc., I would like to extend our warmest welcome and express our deepest gratitude to Your Excellency for honor administering our oath today. This ceremony is an affirmation of our collective duty to lead with integrity, compassion, and responsibilities. As we assume our respective role, we commit ourselves to be proactive partners in promoting technology, innovation, and fostering sustaining entrepreneurship. Your Excellency, we pledge our continued support to your program of governance and national development, economic stability, and job generation para sa bagong Pilipinas. We will advocate the support growth by championing local businesses and cooperate with partners and stakeholders to promote the Philippines as an ideal investment and tourism destination. In this line, our Federation signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Government Anti-Red Tape Authority, ARTA, to support its initiative to improve ease of doing business in our country and enhance the delivery of efficient government services. We also look forward to welcoming more business delegation and cultural delegation from overseas, including China, and enhance exchanges and embrace new projects. It is a special opportunity to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the diplomatic relation between Philippines and China. During our term, this milestone is a testament to the scale of aspiration and have defined our partnership throughout the centuries. And we look forward to further contribute to the furthering trade, investment, and cultural understanding between our peoples. Moreover, we will continue to build a business community that will be only thrives but uplift the life of our fellow Filipinos. As our response to the urgent call of greater investment in the country, public education infrastructure. I am pleased to inform Your Excellency that during the pledging session of our flagship program, Operation Various Schools, during our convention last April, the pledged donation reached 250 school buildings, which is equivalent to 500 classrooms. These are programs to be constructed and turned over to the public schools across the country in the next 2 years. Since 1961, our Operation Various Schools has constructed and turned over more than 6,300 units of school building, equivalent to over 12,600 classrooms. We are also encouraging more members and Filipino-Chinese community to support Operation Various Schools to help address the classroom shortage in our country. With utmost sincerity, we shall also continue our medical missions, our support to volunteer fire brigade, and relief operation in times of calamities. Furthermore, our Federation commitment to nation building and tradition of service since 1954. Rest assured, Mr. President, that we will always be a partner of the government for national progress, for the bright future of our beloved Philippines and fellow Filipinos. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President. Mabuhay ang acting mahal ng Pangulo. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang Federation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, FFCCCII President Lim. May we invite the President to come up on stage to administer the oath of office.
Will all those who are taking their oath, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, your name, having been elected as your position of the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully and conscientiously discharge the duties of my position, preserve and defend the Constitution and bylaws of the Federation, carry out to the best of my ability its lofty purposes and objectives, and promote and enhance its interests. And I hereby impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily and without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. President. May we call on Education Secretary Juan Edgardo Angara to introduce our keynote speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you, Education Secretary, Secretary Sani Angara. Please take your seats. Of course, the honorary presidents and the newly elected officials and members of the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, led by its president, Mr. Victor Lim. Other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. There are moments in life when we are reminded that true progress does not happen overnight. It is built patiently and purposefully by those who believe in something greater than themselves. Since 1954, the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry Incorporated has been a steadfast partner in nation building, You have supported commerce, education, and countless civic initiatives. It is in this spirit of service and shared responsibility that we witness now the oath-taking of the new officers of the Federation. It also comes at a time when, as we celebrate 50 years of diplomatic relations between the Philippines and the People's Republic of China. 5 decades of partnership strengthened by collaboration, mutual respect, and shared progress. Our story is shaped not just by treaties or official documents, but by consistent cooperation, relief efforts in times of crisis, educational initiatives, cultural exchanges, and economic ventures. In all these endeavors, the FFCCCII has been a reliable foundation for bringing differences between communities, laying the groundwork of growth, and harnessing the strength of collective action. Hindi po madaling panatilihin ang tiwala at pagkakaisa sa harap ng patuloy na pagbabago. And yet, time and again, your institution has demonstrated that real, inclusive development is possible when anchored on a sustained cooperation and shared values. For over 7 decades, you have connected Filipino and Chinese communities, forged strong ties between enterprises and government, and ensured that progress reaches those who need it most. Above all, you have promoted cultural pride, demonstrating how embracing diversity can strengthen the nation. Through your dedication, Chinese-Filipino heritage has now become an essential thread in the fabric of our national identity. And who could ever forget one of the biggest cultural exchanges in our story as a people? We share so many different types of food together. Our Filipino-Chinese brothers and sisters have brought us, well, lumpia, pansit, na without which no celebration feels complete. Even a simple merienda, you will always find sa Chinese food in our table. Kapag nagsimula ang handaan, yan ang unang nating kinukuha. Kapag may natira pang lumpia, yan ang unang nagiging sinasyaron. That's the beauty of our heritage. It gets passed on. It blends. It becomes something that we can call our own. Just last weekend, we also witnessed the illumination of the iconic Jones Bridge, reaffirming the deep cultural ties that continue to unite our communities. That same evening, the Federation distributed 2,000 gift bags to families living along the Pasig River, an act that once again speaks to the compassion and solidarity that the Filipino and Chinese communities share. And I don't even like to talk about the Filipino and Chinese communities in a separate way. They are so completely embedded within each other that it is impossible to make that difference. In commerce, well, it is very, very clear. Your impact has been no less profound. You have supported pivotal trade agreements, such as the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, or RCEP. This opened new doors for trade, investment, and regional integration. Your efforts extend far beyond commerce, though. Through Operation Barrio Schools, you have built more than 6,300 school buildings nationwide. Each one brings a glimmer of hope and opportunity for thousands of children. In line with this, we would like to express our gratitude to the Federation for your commitment to turning over 250 units of 2 classroom school buildings in the next year. The medical and dental missions that you have reached and that you have undertaken have also reached those who are underserved, bringing compassion and healing to our fellow Filipino citizens. For all these and more, the nation offers its sincerest gratitude. To the newly elected officers, it is your time to shine. You inherit a legacy defined by service and by vision. It is now your turn to write the next chapter with even greater courage, wisdom, and purpose. So I challenge you now to lead with clarity, steer our industries towards innovative strategies that are globally competitive, sustainable, and ready for the future. But your leadership should not only focus on large enterprises. It is just as crucial that you empower small and medium-sized businesses. By uplifting them, you are also uplifting the entire economy and the entire nation. And as you lead, honor the cultural legacy that binds us. Our joint heritage is one of our greatest strengths. Inspire future generations to carry that forward. Finally, you are uniquely positioned to help deepen our international partnerships, particularly, of course, with China. Stronger ties mean better trade, greater investments, and enhanced collaboration. Use your platform to showcase the Philippines as a dependable partner for economic growth. So as you embark on this new chapter, know that you do not walk alone. This government stands with you. Through reforms such as the Green Lanes for Strategic Investments and the Create More Act, we are shaping a business landscape that is agile, transparent, and future-ready. This time, free from red tape and bureaucratic delays. All these initiatives send a clear and resounding message. The Philippines is open for business and partnerships that uplift lives and transform communities. Let us continue walking side by side, as we have for generations, moving forward towards a bagong Pilipinas that is united, progressive, and proudly ours. Maraming salamat at mabuhay po kayong lahat. Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang Federation.
Thank you, Mr. President. And now, FFCCCII President Victor Lim, Chairman Emeritus Dr. Lucio Tan, and the honorary presidents will present to the President Marcos, together with Education Secretary Angara, the Model School Building Unit to symbolize the new pledge donations of 250 school buildings, equivalent to 500 classrooms, to be constructed under the FFCCCII Operation Barrio Schools program. Thank you, Mr. President. At this point, may we request the President to kindly grant us a photo opportunity. May we call on the honorary presidents and corporate officers to proceed on stage. Board members and FFCCCII Assistant to the President, please stand by. At the count of 3, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Please exit to your right. Board members and FFCCCII Assistant to the President, you may now proceed on your stage. At the count of 3, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Please exit to your right. External Affairs Committee, Trade and Industry Committee, Industrial Relations Committee, you may now proceed on stage.